These are North America's most wanted big game. And these are the guys that hunt them down. Scott Schultz, Bob Richardson, Larry Woodward, and hunt coordinator Lauren Thomas.
This is a dream come true.
He's down right here. That is a monster buck.
Mossy Oak presents ScentBlocker Most Wanted.
This time of year, these guys are super busy. So when they're in full swing hunt mode, that also means I'm super busy. They're here, they're gone. Are they in the state? Are they in the country? Who knows? What I do know is when Larry is on his way in, I'm gonna have to have all this scent elimination equipment, all heat activated, of course, his boots, his binocs, his rangefinder, his trail cams. He probably needs stands. And of course on this hunt, it's an Illinois gun hunt, which is shotgun slugs only. So I know I'm gonna have to go downstairs and get Larry out his Super X3 and a couple boxes of shells. When Larry came to pick up all of his equipment, he left me a couple trail cam cards. And when I put them in, there were literally hundreds of pictures. I didn't even know where to begin. It was one big buck after another big buck after another big buck, plus all kinds of really cool pictures. There's this great owl shot. Talk about shutter speed. But he kept mentioning this one big buck, and finally, I ran across it. I knew instantly this was the one. It wasn't just a big buck, it was a monster buck. Part of my job is to make sure these guys are informed for every hunt. So as I pulled up the farm, I knew the first thing Larry would want to know is the weather. For his particular hunt, he had a 10-mile-an-hour wind out of the northwest. With that, I knew the exact stand Larry'd be hunting in for his evening hunt. The stand overlooking the big wintergreen food plot.
You know, there's nothing like working a piece of ground that whether you own it or lease it or have access to, and manipulate it in such a way that it benefits the wildlife, makes better wildlife, and might even help you take a better animal. Well, the show this week is totally about that. You know, this piece of ground in Illinois we've been working on for about 10 years, trying to bring the best that it can do. Now, it's had its ups and downs. We've suffered through hemorrhagic disease one year. We've had droughts. We've shot some really good deer on this place, but it's never been a guaranteed thing. We bow hunted here earlier in the year, got in a couple of times, not very often, didn't see much. Bob hunted the main food plot on this farm one time in early October. And seen a pretty nice mature buck on the place. He wasn't no Boone and Crockett, but like I said, a nice mature animal. He described him as a real white rack, pretty wide, tines aren't very long, and that he come out of the southwest corner, and things didn't work out.
Today's ScentBlocker Most Wanted is being brought to you by Mossy Oak, It's not a passion, it's an obsession. ScentBlocker, close enough to kill. Winchester Guns, trust your hunt to a Winchester.